What's up, everybody?
Yo.
Josh and Ted, side by side. We are setting up another video, but we're going to record a video while we get ready to record another video. So this is our top 5 eBay notifications.
Yeah.
Josh has put more thought into this than I have, so I'll be kind of going off the top of my head. It might not be 5, but it's going to be our top eBay notifications. We use eBay a ton. We flip cards. We buy. We sell. We shop. We offer. We do everything.
Yeah. I think that's like most of the notifications on my phone are eBay or Gmail letting me know that I have an eBay notification.
Right.
So
what do you want to do? Start from the bottom?
Yeah, I think start from the bottom.
With just some good notifications?
Yeah. So for me, number 5, I'd have to say is you've received an offer. So when I have items up for sale, if I get an offer on one of those items, because here's a really good tip for running an eBay account. Anytime you list an item, it doesn't hurt to have offers be able to be accepted on it. I think the statistic is that it adds like visibility by like 7% or something like that for your listing. So it never hurts to have offers be able to be made on your account, like on your items. Now, the reason that I don't have that higher on my list is because sometimes you get offers that are like a little bit more kind of on that lower side. Now, I do try to, when I list an item, I try to have it set where it will only, like I kind of set a minimum for offers that can be submitted to a point where I would potentially accept those offers. But that doesn't always, like sometimes I forget, or sometimes like when I'm setting it, I'll be like, oh yeah, well I'll put this as the minimum one. And then I get an offer for it and I realize like, oh yeah, I'm never going to accept that. But there's been many times where I've gotten offers that I've accepted on things that I'm selling. So it's kind of like a 50-50, but it's cool to see that interest on an item that you're selling.
I usually set... So eBay defaults the minimum offer.
Yes.
To half of what you're asking.
Yeah. To half of your starting bid.
Well, so I'm talking about for buy it nows.
Oh, okay.
For buy it nows, eBay defaults to half of what you're asking. If you're doing an auction, it's half your starting bid. So if it's a buy it now item, I'll usually change that to whatever would be the least amount I'd accept for it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're the person who sent me an offer for my first edition Shadowless PSA 7 Jinx yesterday, obviously you know this isn't true. Certain items, I want to know if someone's interested in offering on it. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to accept it, but I want to know if people are going to send me an offer for it.
Yeah.
It's complicated. I mean, selling cards, it's like...
And sometimes,
especially
too, like,
flipping, you're like, okay, well, here's what I should make on it. Here's what I paid for it. Here's what I'd be okay making. Here's what I think I can get. There's a lot of different numbers in your head. So you can go auction and start the auction at what's the lowest price you'd be willing to accept, securing a little bit of a profit. Mm-hmm. Or you can go buy it now with, here's what I think this card could be worth on the high end and accept a lower offer. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many different ways to go about it.
Well, and sometimes like my thoughts change between when I list an item to like when I get an offer. Sometimes like when I list it, maybe I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine with kind of whatever I get for it. And then like I get an offer on it, I'm like, no, it's worth more. And so, you should have sent me that offer. So what was hours ago.
What are you saying is your 5th favorite notification?
That's my 5th favorite. You've received an offer.
You've received an offer?
Yeah, that's number 5 for me. Because I like that there's interest. It's just that sometimes that notification doesn't really do much for you.
Here's my 5th favorite. I just made my own list real quick.
Okay.
My 5th favorite is item delivered.
Oh. It's probably higher on the list for me.
That's 5th for me.
Okay.
Item delivered, I just love it. Because I don't pay attention to items shipped. You know, that's still not real.
Yeah.
It's in the future. Item delivered is like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
This is something I either felt like I got at a good price or I'm excited to collect. and it is in one of my 3 mailboxes. And I am going to get to open it on a mailbag soon, or see it soon, or whatever. Yeah. So my 5th favorite is item delivered.
Okay. That's, honestly, I think, I'm trying to think back through my list here, as I'm in the middle of doing a whole bunch of stuff on the Xbox.
I'll go to my 4th if you want.
Yeah, go to your 4th.
My 4th favorite is item sold.
Okay.
It is impossible that one of my cards would sell at a price that I am not happy with, have made a good price on, or I'm okay with getting rid of it at. Sometimes you get to a point with an item where you're just like, I've had this for too long, whatever. You're probably still making a little profit, but you're just like, it's just time to just get this out of my box, out of my collection, out of my inventory. And item sold is just fun because you know you're going to get to package something up and take it to the post office or whatever, and it's just like, cool, I got money coming in.
Yeah. So I guess for me, number 4 for me is your number 5, item delivered. Okay. Because again, like you said, like something getting shipped doesn't really do much for me because I expect that.
I will say this, just real quick on item shipped. I had an item shipped today. I got an item shipped notification for a card I ordered on December 20th.
Whoa.
It is February 27th.
Wow.
And it's not even like something crazy. It's a Topps Pro Debut baseball card of like a guy that I'm collecting.
Yeah, so it's like not even like something that's...
It's a numbered card. It's like a green parallel to 99.
Okay.
Of, I don't even remember, some Cleveland player. And it was shipped today.
Dang.
So that was a little more exciting than your typical item shipped.
Yeah.
Because I understand the post office was crazy in December, but I'm not the kind who's going to like immediately go out and, do the item not received claim or whatever.
No.
I probably messaged this seller back in January, like, hey, has this been shipped?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't hear back or anything.
Because sometimes if people don't use tracking, it like when
or
it gets shipped doesn't
people
always
are out of town.
go
People
right.
travel, whatever.
Which, by the way, if you're selling on eBay and you're traveling or like you're not able to ship something within like a few days of it, it's pretty much a guaranteed way to get positive feedback from me if you reach out and let me know, like, hey, this, like, whatever, I'm out of town, I can't get to the card. We had like this huge wave of like snowstorms where, people were like, hey, like, I'm snowed in, I'm not gonna be able to get it out for a couple of days. And it's like, hey, no worries, like, that's, nothing is that important where it's like, no, I need this now. But like, don't be the guy who a couple days ago canceled one of my orders because they were like, oh, it was like really snowy outside and the card didn't sell for that much. I'm like, yeah, the card didn't sell for that much because I got a great deal on it and I was really excited to flip that card, and then you canceled my order.
A card at a price, or accept an offer, or list at an auction starting bid at a price you are not willing to sell the card for.
You list a card with an auction starting at 99 cents and I win it for 99 cents?
That's my card.
Yeah.
You have to ship it to me.
Yeah.
If you list a first edition Shadowless Charizard for 99 cents starting bid and nobody sees it, and I bid 99 cents and win, that's my card for 99 cents.
Yeah. Honestly,
that's how it works. And I would do the same. That's why I don't list starting bids at a price that I'm not willing to sell the card for.
That was a first negative feedback I've ever left for a seller. Was that guy. Because he was like, I just hope you understand, like, it wasn't worth it for me to send it out for the price it sold at. And I'm like, I hope you understand that I won that auction fair and square, and if you just would have messaged me saying, hey, it's going to be a few days until I can send it out, I would have been like, hey, dude, no worries. Like, stay safe. Like, I had to tell other people that same thing when we had a lot of snow. Jacoby's in the 63. Okay.
Oof. Also, I'd give him a 63 out of 100 face.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the irony of me commenting on someone's physical appearance, but this picture is not flattering.
Yeah. All right. Back to whatever we were talking about there.
So your number 4 is delivered.
Yeah, my number 4 is delivered, because then it's real. Like Ted said, we do a lot of like flipping. So for me, half the time when an item is delivered, that actually is like, hey, you made money, is actually what that notification means. So for me, I think that's number 4. Number 3 for me is you've been paid.
Oh.
So
I don't even have that on my list.
I've had a couple, it replaces items sold for me. Because I've had a couple times where people have won an auction.
That's happened
and
to me
just not paid.
once.
It only happened to me once in like 4 years of eBaying, but recently over the past, I want to say like month here really, where I've been like really ramping up my eBay activity. It's happened like 3 times. So for me, you've been paid, because also like it shows like that full amount, like it's got all the shipping and like everything in there. It's like it's just a meatier number than the one that the card sold for. So for me, that's number 3.
Interesting. I will say real quick, just because I just sold this card. So I sold a card in auction probably 2 months ago, and the guy didn't pay. I messaged him probably every 2 or 3 days for 10 days saying like, hey, have you paid? Or send a reminder to pay. eBay lets you send a reminder.
Yeah.
And then finally, like a week or 10 days in, I was like, I am going to relist this item tomorrow. Like if I don't hear from you. Never heard from the guy on anything. So I probably relisted the item once or twice in there. It's not a great card.
Yeah.
But it's active player auto numbered.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a batter, you know. And it just resold for about $1 less. And the guy paid. So I finally got something for it. But yeah, you're right. It's different. It's the only time it's happened to me. An auction ends or whatever and somebody doesn't pay. But yeah, you're right. It's a nice feeling. Yeah. My number 3 is new bid.
Oh, okay.
When you've got an item up for auction.
Yeah, no, definitely. And
you just, you're, in my case, watch vibrates or you see your phone light up and you look and new bid, you're like, cool.
Yeah.
More money.
No, that one's actually not on my list. So there's our 2 that are just
I just think so I have it just from an excitement factor.
Definitely.
Like, oh, new bid.
Yeah, and because, like Ted said, I do the same philosophy. I list cards like the starting bid, if I'm doing an auction, is the lowest amount that I'm happy selling that card for. So new bid automatically means, hey, I'm getting what the lowest amount I was willing to accept on
and this
that
is
card.
This is probably on my list right now, specifically because of one particular card I have listed at the moment that I paid a really low price for. And so far, I'm at least doubling my money on.
I think I know which card you're referring to. Okay.
And so now, if I see new bid on that card, it's just
it's
just pure happiness.
On top of that.
Like
Definitely.
I already know I'm making a lot of money on this card, and now every new bid is just like more exciting.
That much more.
So my number 3 is new bid.
Okay.
My number 2 is you got it. Because
I think our 2 and 1 might end up being the same here.
you got it is you either sent an offer. I'm not going to say lowball, but you sent an offer on an item listed at a certain price.
Yeah, that you think you can get more for.
You were happy paying for it because you're probably going to flip it and make money on.
Yeah.
Or you put a bid in an auction.
Yeah.
That you're like, hey, if I get this for this,
I'm happy.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you got it is like, wow, okay. I got a new card coming, which is fun because we only really collect and flip cards we like.
Yeah.
So you're going to receive a card that you enjoy looking at. We only do stuff we like.
Yeah, I don't buy anything that I'm planning on flipping that I'm not okay with it
sitting
being
on your desk
in my possession for a couple months.
So you got it is fun for that. So you either won the auction or you submitted an offer, and you were just waiting for the reply to your offer. So I love you got it.
All right. So yeah, for me, number 2 is also you got it. Same reasons. If I put a bid in on something, we'll go into probably a more specific breakdown of this, but like I kind of have like a little, really quick math that I do when I'm getting ready to put an offer in on something that I'm comfortable. Like if I get it for that, I know I can make this much on it. And so, yeah, if I get a you got it, I know like, oh, cool, I just made this much percentage return on my money. Regardless, like, and that's like, I do those kind of based on like my minimum, what I'm going to be selling it for. So if I get a you got it, I know that I just made some money.
All right. What's your number one?
Number one for me is offer accepted, which for me is different than you got it, because if I'm putting an offer in on something, again, lowball is honestly, if you've received an offer from me, probably the term you would use. So I'll use it.
I mean, what's your first? So let's just say this. Take out no specific card, no specific anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a card listed for a price
Mm-hmm.
that has or best offer,
Mm-hmm.
what's the first offer you're going to send?
The first offer I'm going to send is quadrupling my money on the sale.
Interesting.
Because in my head, I'm sending an offer thinking you're going to counter.
Same. But my offer is still different than yours.
So if you counter and you come back with, I get to double my money, easy deal.
See, I don't think of it in those terms. My first offer is going to be half of what it's listed for.
Okay.
So I don't go by what I'm going to make. I go by what you have it listed for.
Okay.
Because even if what you have it listed for is what I think I can sell it for, I'm still okay sending that offer for half and doubling my money.
Definitely.
Now, I understand I'm going to pay shipping in most cases. I'm going to lose eBay fees in most cases. But I still look at that as a card I can make money on.
Okay.
So that's my first thing. Like, if I'm sending an offer on a card, it's going to be half what you're asking. And you'll either ignore it or decline it with nothing. Best case scenario is you counter it.
Yeah.
And now I know we're engaged.
Yeah.
In a dialogue here. And I could probably still get the card for something that I can make some money on.
Yeah.
Depending on what the card is and what it's listed for.
Yeah, exactly.
But my first offer is half. If I see our best offer and it's something I want, a half.
Okay.
Now, this is more of a baseball thing, I think, than a Pokemon thing. Just in my experience, cards I've sent offers for half on baseball get accepted a lot more than on Pokemon. Pokemon, someone's not really going to accept an offer unless it's like at least 75 or 80% of what they're asking. This isn't my experience. I don't know if you have any input on that.
Now, do you attach messages with your offers?
Almost never. Almost never.
I almost always do.
What do you say?
So I'll say things like, a lot of times, like just kind of commenting on, first of all, just letting them know that I am interested in that item. Because it kind of gets like, hopefully a dialogue going where they might be like, hey, I can't really do this, but could you do this? And again, I'm coming in pretty low on like what I think I can make. So then if they come back like, hey, that's a little low, can you kind of come up a little bit and be like, hey, I can kind of go up to this. And in my head, I still know like, that's still doubling my money. So I'm golden on this.
Right.
But then I'll also point out some things because there's some cards where, because I'm very meticulous about the condition of that card.
This is another big difference between Pokemon and baseball.
Yes.
Because for both of us, Pokemon-wise, we're dealing with 22-year-old Wizards of the Coast base fossil jungle cards.
Yeah, or even if you've had it in a binder for the past 20 years, you can get white on the like around the edges and the condition. So a lot of people think like, oh, this has been in a binder since I was 9. It's in great shape. And
Binder.
Nice.
But in baseball, I'm dealing in 2019, 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Like, condition's not a question in that. So I think that's why I'm not sending messages, especially for baseball. It's like, okay, if I see a Jordan Chrome rookie listed for 11,
that makes sense.
I'm going to send the offer at $550. I don't need to say anything. You're either willing to sell it for $550 or you're not.
Yeah.
If you decline, I'll keep sending one for $7, whatever. Not gonna tip my hand too much here, but you know what I mean. Like, if the condition of the card is assumed, like this is a year-old card, you're assuming the condition is gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it's in.
And by good, I mean shape. Near mint. Like, anyways, my number one is also offer accepted. Yeah. For the same reasons. Like, this is either I sent a lowball offer, or if I send an offer, I'm at least doubling my money, or if it's a higher price card, I'm at least making like $20.
Yeah. And here's the thing, if you don't want lowball offers,
don't accept them.
Yeah, you can set it, or set that minimum. That's what I'm saying. Higher.
Like, you can make it so you don't even see an offer unless it's one you'd be willing to accept, which is what I do a lot of the times. So because I don't need those notifications.
Yeah, if you don't want to see that offer, don't let me make that offer. If you're letting me make that offer, you're opening the door.
You're opening the door
to like, hey, I'm not like.
Now the other
against
side
this.
of offer accepted is when you're the one selling.
Yes.
And this happened to me today. I have a card listed for $90. Someone sent me an offer for $65, which was a fair price, but it's a card that I'm happy owning. So I sent back an offer of $75, and I put a note. I said, look, like, thank you for the offer. It's a good offer. I don't really see the value of this card going down, so I understand your offer is good compared to the market, but I'd rather just hold it and try and sell it for what I have it listed for, or this that I'm countering with.
Yeah.
And so if that's a situation where if I would have got offer accepted back, I know I got something I'm really happy with.
Yeah.
Price-wise on that.
Yeah.
Now, I set the offer acceptance window at the price he set because, if someone's interested in paying me that number, I want to know. And, even if I had accepted his offer, I still would have made $20 on the card. But, like I said, it's a card I'm okay owning.
Yeah.
And that's why offer accepted is, to me, number one. Like, it's buying and it's selling. And if you get offer accepted, like, that's the price that you're good with.
Definitely. Yeah, that's why, exact same reasons why that's number one for me, because, it's not like a offer that you put in and you kind of forgot about, or
you feel like you got away with something.
Yeah, like it's very intentional. You targeted that specific thing. Because honestly, I'll put, like, I lose so many more auctions than I win, and I'll just throw in like random, like I'll go through every single.
I'll go through newly listed and just throw the opening bid on.
Do you have any idea
almost everything?
Do you have any idea how many base Charizard PSAs I've been on the off chance that it
I will
falls
search
through the cracks?
Pokemon PSA.
Yeah.
The main Pokemon I flip, I will search newly listed on all of them and throw the opening bid on all of them.
Yeah.
Just hoping one slips through the cracks.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I have a PSA 9 Chansey for 99 cents.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes with those,
never happens.
Yeah, but all it takes is like, what if one time? Because I see things in sold auctions where it's like, how the heck did that sell for that price? And it's because someone literally just did that. They went in, they just offered the minimum of what this person wanted, and they got it. Yeah.
So, anyways, that's our top 5 eBay notifications.
Yeah. What's your favorite eBay notifications if you're an active eBayer? Do you agree with us, disagree with something that we left out that you would have included in yours, or something that you disagree with from us? We'd love to hear from you about it.
Yeah, drop in the comments. What do you love to see on eBay if you're active in this stuff like we are? Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.